From the 15th century onward, European nations engaged in colonialism, initially beginning in Africa and India, and later sailing westward to the landmass they labeled the Americas. Throughout the centuries that followed, European nations extended both political and military authority in these regions and spread their culture, including their languages and their religious beliefs. A key feature of colonialism in this period was the extraction of natural resources from these areas, including, of course, the people themselves. This was not the first time colonialism had been exercised in the Western world, however. The first to create such a long-lasting, large-scale empire were the Romans, who held sway over much of Europe, the Near East, and North Africa over 1,500 years ago. What the European states were doing was treading a well-worn path familiar to anyone who knew Roman history. It wasn't until the 20th century that people who had been colonized in this fashion began to push for independence, which would not become a reality until after World War II devastated the European empires at home and forced them to relinquish their colonies. The process of decolonization lasted nearly 50 years, with Hong Kong winning independence from the British in 1997. But independence and the establishment of post-colonial states was not an easy road to travel for most of these countries. Clashes over territory, religious belief, and political power followed in many of these regions, much of this growing out of unresolved conflicts that simmered under the surface during the age of colonialism. In this class, we'll begin with an examination of Roman colonization of the ancient world, and then look at how Roman practice informed later colonizing powers. We'll also examine the process of decolonization in the 20th century and how various former colonized states have fared during the post-colonial era.